What is going on, my beautiful people, man? Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Of course, we are here with my beautiful cat, man. Once again, in this video, what we're basically going to be talking about is being able to get into the confidence of the Lord, being able to get into a place of value, and being able to get into a place of where you're just being able to go out there and have a great time and be of the Lord, and knowing that you can emulate that and being able to give that. Because a lot of the times what comes in the way of this is our insecurities, is things that is coming in the way. And this is something I've looked into, and I really want to share it for us to be able to know, okay, there is a pathway out of having that stuff prevent us from getting to that place of being able to just be that open person, being able to be that open, loving, joyous, peaceful person wherever we go. And that is the best self that we can possibly be. Now I just literally thought about something. So I heard in the book called Letting Go, and what he basically said in the book called Letting Go, he said, you, that perfect, most charismatic, most magnetic, most whatever you want to call attractive person that you are on the inside, it is there. And all you have to do to get that out is literally just imagine how you walk, how you are with that self. And then imagine all the negativity that is stopping you from being there, and removing that, and just simply removing that, taking that away. Now, this is so powerful. Now, we're going to pair this together with something else that goes along with Owen Cook, what he taught about. But basically, okay, so a lot of the times you might be somebody that knows of Christ, knows all this stuff, but it's still, you're going out there and it's still like affecting you, the insecurities, thinking too much, you're getting nervous, you're getting anxious, you're having these things happen. And this is something for me too, because I'm trying to continue to grow in this area. And for one, I've learned about like, okay, we can allow ourselves to feel that insecurity, to feel that stuff. But now how do we continue to get to a better and better place with that and build a better relationship with it, so that we can continue to get our best self in any area that we're going into? So the 3-step way that Owen Cook had put it, he said, firstly, you got to know that you have inherent value. Know that you have inherent value, and that it doesn't come from any validation on the outside, anybody on the outside. You're getting it on the inside. Value, joy, love, peace. Once you have that on the inside, you don't need it from the outside, and that is so powerful. And for us, what we can do is get that in God. We can continue to know that we are getting that from God. The validation, the love, and the whatever you need in your life is coming from God. And anything that you do on the outside is simply a choice. You go talk to somebody, it's a choice. I talked a little bit about that in the last video. But the second one is continuing to, he says, meditation to get into our inner being. That is powerful. What that basically means is being able to get in touch with that inner being that is the love, joy, peace, that is the best part of ourselves that is there. But a lot of the times the negativity is just so much in there. The thoughts are running so wild that we never really give ourselves a chance to just sit down, calm down, relax, just take some time to get back into that inner being. And knowing that God has love for us. Our inner being really connects with that meditation, really connects with these things that we are doing on the little things that we're going to do here and there that are going to be able to allow us to just get to a place of peace, to just shut out the noise and being able to get in contact with the presence of God. It's so powerful. It's so amazing. And all you have to simply do for that is being able to get into the place of doing like guided meditations, in your bathtub, and simply allowing yourself to follow through and feel yourself getting connected to the Lord's love, peace, and joy, not only for yourself, but for everybody else. And then also too, with that, I think being able to get into that touch with that inner being is something where once you start going towards a wisdom that is on that echelon, which is like, you can do the Bible, you could do the power of letting go, the power of now and stuff like that. That's all stuff that helps us get in touch with our inner being. And you would literally feel different simply by reading that stuff. It gets you in touch with the present moment, because it starts to allow you to have that hope, to have that love, to have that joy, and realizing that that is the highest place that we can get to. And I love that. We all love that, man. It's going to feel so good whenever you're doing that. And the more and more that you dive into it, the more and more you get more of that feeling of being in the present moment and being in the here and now. And then lastly, what he says is you got to start to release trauma. So that might be the hard one for a lot of us, but basically there's a lot of times where you can be in touch with that inner being when you're doing these meditations and you're doing stuff, but then you go out there and you still have trauma from insecurities in the past, things that you're worrying about, and it's going to pop up. And once you are able to not fear that thing, like, okay, it's okay to feel that. And if you have to go the rest of your time with that, you can accept that. Just like it talks about in the Bible, being okay with the thorn in our flesh and not needing to remove it. For your grace is sufficient for me, because your power is made perfect in weakness. But then also on top of that, being able to know, okay, we can accept ourselves now, but also try our best to improve this trauma, this insecurity, these things that are holding us down, these chains that are bringing us away from our inner being. And you know, for me, a lot of times it's like, okay, I'll find trauma in certain things that I've had in the past. You know, for myself, I used to have people like grab my wrist and tell me that I'm super skinny in the past. And I didn't realize that was traumatic for me, but not even in a way, it was more so in a way like I would still hold on to that insecurity. And I had to go back into the past. What we can do is go back into the past and bring God into that, but also just realizing, okay, if you have that insecurity, you don't even have to go and remember the exact memory, but if you have that insecurity, you can be like, okay, what can help me place my confidence not in how I look, not in any of that stuff, but into God. And for me, I would find verses like, in the Lord shall be thy confidence. And I would continue to tell myself that and continue to rewire my brain and our synaptic pathways into God in that area. That is healing our trauma over and over and over again. It takes time. We can understand that it takes time, but it's powerful once you continue to do it and you continue to place it into Christ. You can do that. Just having wisdom. One of the guys that was the meditation coach for Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, he talked about how fear is best combated. Is one of the best things to combat fear is wisdom. Having wisdom and knowing that there's other people that have overcome this, seeing what they're able to give to you for this, knowing that it's a different perspective and an understanding of your fear allows you to go straight through and continue to go with the fear. And a lot of the times, I'll give you the example that he gave. There was a time when he wanted to do a TED Talk, and he was very, very freaking shaking, and he hated the fact that he was shaking, and he didn't want to go up there and shake, and he was so nervous about it. But then he found wisdom of this book called The Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. And basically that wisdom was that you have to be able to go into the fear. Do not fear the fear. Go into the fear. The best way to go through fear is through it, just to power through it. And so he said, I accepted in that moment that I would be a babbling, shaking idiot on that stage, and I could be okay with that. And once he went on the stage after accepting that, the fear went away. So wisdom like that, some small wisdom as simple as that, can help us through our fears, can help us understand our fear, can help us put a different perspective that can eradicate the fear just like that. So if you're dealing with that right now, continue to seek out wisdom, just like this video, just like freaking the scripture, just like whatever it might be, man. There's all these different ways, and the more that you're able to understand it, the more that the Bible is going to continue to make more sense. It's going to have more meaning, and it's going to continue to bring you more peace, love, and joy. Love you guys very much, man. I hope you guys have an amazing one. I'll talk to you on the next video, man. Say goodbye to my beautiful cat. Peace.